Mr. President, adequate and reasonable housing is a basic need which every human requires. It must provide more than 4 walls and a roof. There are a number of conditions which are a must for a particular type of shelter can be considered to represent adequate housing. Such elements are as fundamental as the supply and availability of housing. Adequate housing must also meet some requirements such as availability in services, materials, facilities and infrastructure, affordability, habitability, accessibility, location, and cultural adequacy. Housing is not only essential for comfort and security, but is also important for nurturing and preserving social structure and a nation's development. The housing sector not only provides shelter to people, but also generates opportunities for skilled and unskilled workers in the construction activities, hence playing a key role in economic development. The right to adequate housing has been acknowledged universally as a basic social, cultural, and economical right. The right to housing has also been recognized in the constitution of many countries, in the International Covenant on Economics, Social, and Cultural Rights, as also in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. According to the international human rights law, every person has the right to an adequate standard of living, which also includes a proper shelter. Even though the global legal system recognizes this right, as many as 1 billion people do not have access to adequate accommodation. Despite being a global right, there are millions of people worldwide who are forced to live in conditions that are unsafe for their health or life-threatening, such as overcrowded slum areas, informal dwellings, or other places where the conditions do not uphold their dignity and human rights.
Thank you, Center for Environmental and Management Studies.
Mr. Vice President, I would like to draw the UN Council's attention to the rise in extrajudicial killings committed by the law enforcement agencies in Pakistan and in particular in Karachi. We've been documenting cases of extrajudicial killings and found that many victims were picked up by the LEA officials without warrants and later killed in custody or staged encounters. Political victimization by the LEAs is a norm in Pakistan. On 3rd of May 2016, the Pakistani Rangers extrajudicially killed an MQM political worker who died in custody, to which they have accepted acknowledgement as well. No commission has been set. Only recently, on the 1st of March, another body of an MQM worker, Nadeem Khan, was found with brutally mutilated body marks and dumped on the side streets of Karachi. The right to a fair trial is a luxury that in Pakistan few can afford. Extrajudicial killings can only negate citizens their right to a fair trial as per Article 10 of the Constitution of Pakistan. The state routinely indulges in torture and ill treatment with complete impunity, although it's a signatory to the UNCAT and other international conventions. Despite torture and ill treatment being extremely rampant, the state denies all involvement. In view of the above, we request the Human Rights Council to urge the Pakistani government to urgently promulgate and implement the Torture Acts in accordance with UNCAT. If torture is proved, the perpetrator must be relieved of duty, reprimanded and punished. The state must establish and implement accountability and checks and balance system to ensure that incidents of police excess do not occur. Investigations and prosecution of crimes must be conducted under the aegis of the rule of law. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.